So we're going to talk today about setting up prerequisites inside of our baselines. So a baseline is a list of tasks that has been templatized that you plan on sending out to multiple locations that are going to be completing this project. So on the screen, I have an example here that I'm doing a fast food restaurant opening, and I have 9 tasks here. And I want to set up some dependencies and prerequisites here. So the fun way to do this and the most enjoyable way is to change from a table to a Gantt chart. And again, I'm looking at the baseline right now, so I'm on the template. Changing to Gantt chart. Looks like I've got a few set up here, so let me double click and get rid of these. And that eliminates my dependencies here. So like you just saw, I've got some milestones here. I've got building permits, another milestone, signing vendor agreements, and my last milestone, which is manager food handling permits. So milestones are great because you can designate them as you wish. You can have as many as you'd like, but try not to do too many because dilute the importance of them. But a milestone is expected to be a task that's so important that if the team misses the target date, then it could affect or jeopardize the entire outcome of the project. It may not finish on time. So we have to get our building permits. One unique way that we've learned from customers and how they use milestone or prerequisites is that they tie them to the last task in the project. So building permits need to be obtained, and in order to finish the last task of the project, which is the manager food handling permits, then we're asking that building permits be completed. And we'll do the same thing with signing vendor agreements. You'll need to complete that task before you can complete the last task in the project. So this is great for almost like chaptering the success rate of the project. So you're going to do this task, and then when you get to this point, this is so important. We need to do this, and we're connecting it to the end. This is like a double down on making sure that at the end of this, you've actually successfully completed your milestones. It's not holding accountable to completing them on time, but it is holding them accountable to actually doing them before the project ends. So that's the first way to create your prerequisites. Again, I'll double click on these lines to get rid of these relationships. I can go back to the table here, and I can do the same thing by opening up the task detail drawer. So I've got building permits. I want to mark as dependent, mark as dependent, and the successor, I actually have to start typing a little bit in this section here and then press enter on my keyboard. So I'll say manager, press enter on my keyboard, and you'll see it'll populate all tasks where the word manager exists, which is only one. So I'll go ahead and click that. And now I've just marked that as a prerequisite. And I can go backwards by going to the end task and saying link a prerequisite. And the prereq is going to be sign vendor contracts. So sign vendor agreements. And there we go. So now when I'm looking at this task, manager food handling permits, this task has the following prerequisites. So same thing that I just did, just a less fun way. Instead of using those lines, we're just typing it all in. And if I switch to Gantt, you'll see that relationship exists here.